Hello, fabulous friends and fans. Am I live? Okay, so let's see here because I've been trying to do the live thing. I think my thing is a little crooked. Let's see. Is that better? Are you guys there? Let me know. I'm hoping that some comments and things come up here. They should, right? So I can see and interact. Yay! Serene is here. Bring your serenity, please. Bring on that serenity. Hi, Lola is here. Wonderful. Oh, I'm so happy that you guys are here. Now, I still have my cough, right? So I may need, third time lucky, yay. I call them hacking breaks. I may need a hacking break. So you'll see me like step away. I'll take off the mic. And thank you so much, Claudia. Yes, I am. I'm getting there. It's been an interesting journey. I will say that. You know, I was reminded today about, hi, Katie. Hi, Jackie. I'll try to say hi to people here. You know, I remember one of my spiritual mentors. I'm going to be in BC very soon. Like, I'm flying out on Thursday. I'm super excited about that. Hi, Jolene. So nice that you're here too. I'm flying out on Thursday to BC, and I'm going to get to catch up and see one of my mentors, a spiritual mentor to me, who I've known for a long time, almost 20 years now. And I'm really excited about that because I haven't seen her in years. And I remembered one of her sort of spiritual lessons, insights that she, shared. Hi, Jennifer from Fresno. Hi, Corrine. Hi, Susan. Yay, Susan's here. I love you, Susan. Robin is here. Hi, from Atlanta. I got to check out Hotlanta one of these days. Hi, Katie. Yes, I'm able to chat. Let's hope it continues. As I said a little earlier, I may need a hacking break. I can feel it. And I try to like talk quietly as well, which is really hard for me, actually. I am not one to be silent very easily, as you may know. I mean, I have in my chart a grand trine in air. I have my computer here, so I'm sort of monitoring a few things right now. See what I mean? Hacking break. Okay, so let me tell you my little story. Hi, Melanie from Australia. Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much for your love of my work. Anna. I know, I'm so sorry. This, oh my God. So, okay, so let me tell you. So I'm going to be seeing one of my spiritual mentors. I'm super excited about it. I haven't seen her in years. And I remember when I started school. So I try not to get too much into my own life. I like that about my work. But I had an interesting start. Let's put it that way. When I was very rebellious in my teens, and I sort of, found a very early career in being a pothead in a very young age. And that was sort of my pursuit, even though I was saying my pursuit was other things. I was actually sort of going in other directions, which had a lot to do with partying. And I was really doing that for a while. And I actually didn't finish high school. Like I got my GED many years later. Like I was 25 when I got my GED. I was just almost 26, so it was a while back. And after that, I didn't really know what to do. And so actually, I was working at Walmart at the time. And what happened was I was working at Walmart, and this woman came and she comes to the counter and she says, "What are you doing here? You're supposed to be in school. You're supposed to be in school." And I was like, "What?" And I had been like asking for an answer as to what am I supposed to be doing. And so she, her little son was with her. She was a woman and she had a son. And he said, "Do you know how she knows? She's psychic. She's a famous psychic." And I was like, oh, and I, just smiled or whatever, but it put something in my head, and I was looking for an answer. And I knew that a new semester at the community college was starting, like literally was starting the next day or two. So I went and I registered myself in like a general arts and sciences program. And I remember when I first got there, it was really uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable. I felt like really out of place. And it, you know, the great thing about community college is you get people of all ages. So it wasn't about that. And I, you know, I mean, I remember at the time my uniform was like, I wore these like little baby tee astrology shirts, like that said Aquarius and had a girl with blue hair. And, you know, I really liked the skater look at the time. So that's me. And, you know, because I go through these different phases. So I was really into that. So it wasn't that I looked out of place, right? And even then there were people of all ages there. It was no big deal. But it was me feeling like, you know, I didn't feel comfortable. And I remember asking my spiritual mentor, Pat, who I'm going to see very soon. Yay. I'm so looking forward to her wisdom. You know, it's always a journey towards greater love and greater wisdom. If we had it, we would no longer be human. We would have ascended to whatever's next. So I'm looking forward to seeing her. So I remember I was saying to her, like, I feel really uncomfortable. I don't know if I'm supposed to be there. And she says, why? And I said, well, you know, the way I feel, and then I have to take the bus every day, and, you know, saying like that. And she's like, okay, if you were telling me that pencils are breaking and the bus keeps breaking down, and, you know, you tried to get to a class and you fell and you broke your wrist, and, you know, if you were telling me all this stuff, right, that a hailstorm came, pencils are breaking, you know, papers flying everywhere. If you were telling me this, I would say, okay, yeah, maybe you're not supposed to be there right about now. Maybe. But that's not what you're telling me. You're telling me that there's a comfort zone that you are stretching, that you're starting to reach out of. And that's a different thing. That's not about whether or not you're meant to do something. That's just growth. That's just change. And I found that really, it really helped me. And actually, you know, that is one of the things that I refer to a lot. Like when I want to do something, I think to myself, you know, proverbially or like sort of poetically, if you will, are pencils breaking? Are papers flying all over the place? Is the bus constantly breaking down? Like that tells you something about whether or not you're supposed to do something. Because, you know, I'm very much about inspiration. I love it. And I'm really, really grateful for the life that I've been able to create for myself based on, you know, lots of things, circumstance and motivation, you know, coming together. And I really love that I get to do what it is that I feel called to do, and I trust my heart. And I implement things. And as you may know, if you've been watching me for a little while, I'm constantly like launching new things or adjusting things. You know, it's part of the fun, and it's part of what keeps this, you know, growing for me, and challenging in fun ways, you know. Okay, so this is like a spiritual wisdom that I carry with me all the time. And so, as you may know, if you've been watching me for the last few weeks, at the very least, right? I had some interesting experiences come up. So I have been sort of engaged in a process of putting some new things together, and very excited about them. Oh my God. It's like I've been waiting for this moment to launch this, and I've been looking at it for months and months, like, okay, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And so what happens as we move towards the launch, which was supposed to be in December? Pencils start breaking, papers start flying, right? Metaphorically, there were quite a few things that started happening. And it was kind of obvious to me, like, for example, while I was recording videos, my voice in front of my eyes, with me feeling great, my voice evaporates. And all of a sudden I can't speak. I'm like, oh my God, okay, whatever I was meant to say, whatever people were meant to hear, maybe I don't need to say it right now. Okay, that was really hard for me to accept, because I had really been looking forward to this. And, you know, I can put it to Mercury, right? I was looking at different symbols, and I think that happens with astrologers. Like, And I think this is actually a lesson that a lot of us as astrologers are going through right now, and especially in light of the last 2 months, is that factor of wanting, having that detachment, wanting to see the symbol and consider the applications of the symbol beyond your own, you could say biases, but also desires, right? Beyond your desires, beyond your values, beyond the things that you hold to be true about the world and about life and the nature of humanity or whatever. There is still a need for some detachment, because sometimes life doesn't look like it's going in the direction that you want it to go, or you believe that it is meant to go or should go, right? So I think that this is a lesson, and especially right now with Saturn in Sagittarius, it is a lesson right about now, that this whole idea of being willing to look at where it is that it is belief that is driving things, rather than, it's like this very subjective, very, very personal truth that is guiding our perceptions, and not necessarily what is objectively there, if we remove ourselves a little bit and look at things from a different part of our brains. So yes, I had planned this thing. I was looking forward to it. I was ready for it. And then, voice evaporates. And, for those of you, again, if you know and have been watching me, and, if I've had the privilege of looking at your chart in a personalized horoscope or something, then this right now, like December and this early January, but especially December, that is my busiest month of the year, like a lot of businesses, right? Yes, it's a spiritual journey, and what I'm doing is a lot more like spiritually motivated. That is primary, but there is that, of course, there's that element to it as well that has to do with, this is livelihood also. So it was very like one of those pencils breaking kind of thing. And it was like me going, oh, universe, why? No. Oh. And, and it didn't take long before I remembered these spiritual truths that I know and that I've learned and that other people have helped me, blessed me with, realized. And knowing that I'm continuing to grow and continuing on a trajectory, I came to a place where I was like, okay, acceptance, accept it. And it's pretty good that I accepted it, because then I got a fever and I was like in bed for a while. So it's good that I accepted it. Something within was heating up, let's say. Thank you, Susanna. I love you. Hello, Malika. I love that name. Hello in the US. Thank you guys so much for being here. So yes, I spent, the end of the year, having to listen to a voice within. Having to listen to something deeper and not necessarily communicating it or being able to right away. And I think, and as I shared in the weekly horoscope for this week, the overview for this week, as I shared, I think that a lot of it is because now for me personally, in my own journey, it's about finding my voice in the world, finding that voice, finding that place in the world. I don't want to take a hacking break, as I was saying earlier. There are going to be times I have to stop and breathe and have my tea so that I don't have to go off screen because it's happened yesterday. Every day I get a little better and a little better, but yesterday I had this lovely young person, young lady, who was wanting to interview me for a publication and also a program that is oriented towards British Columbia. And because I have my upcoming appearance there at the Illuminate 2017 in Kelowna, BC, January 20 to 22nd. But I'm really excited about this event. I'm really looking forward to it. But I had to do promotion, right? Like, this is part of what I'm supposed to do. They're bringing me out there. I'm so grateful for that. I'm going to have this opportunity. And so I want to do my part, right? I want people to know about this event, and I want the organizers and everybody involved to be very successful. So I finally was able to do the interview, and kind of like, I mean, I did a few minutes and then I had to take a hacking break, and I was like, oh my God. And when I came back, she was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm actually a lot better than I was. I thought that was cute. So I'm just checking in here with one of the people I'm working with. My computer's acting a little bit buggy. Let's not say that pencils are breaking. They don't have to. But let me just check in here. No, everything is amazing. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. So thank you, Gilbert, for sharing my video. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. Hello, Judith from New Zealand. Hi. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. It means so much to me. So I'm going to trust, like, you know, one of the things being here, I'm in Mexico right now. And when I came here 4 years ago, I didn't speak any Spanish. And I remember the first like 2 years, I didn't understand a whole lot at all. Now my Spanish is pretty good. I don't think I'm ready to make videos in Spanish. But, you know, yeah, my computer's acting a little buggy. Oh, that's too bad. So, yeah, so I'm really still having to take a slower pace, which, you know, kind of sucks. I'm always like full systems go, and the universe has kind of forced me. And yeah, like even if you watch the weekly overviews that I do, the videos that I've been doing lately, I'm in Cancun, Reina. Hello, Reina, Queen. I am in Cancun, beautiful Cancun. So yeah, now my Spanish is a little bit better. I was interviewed by Univision and Telemundo back in October. That was a lot of fun. And I had a few moments when I was like, how do you say this? So that I could like put the words together. But, you know, I really have loved it as an adult. Learning a new language has been really good for my brain. I can feel my brain working, you know. Yeah, so being here and having to be silent and not being active and things like that, it's been enlightening. It's not my default. But I will also say this, I'm really looking forward to being in BC. I'm surprised how much I'm looking forward to it. Like, something in me is missing my country. And I've never been to BC, but you know, it's when you're there, you know you're in Canada, right? And I've heard great things about BC. I've already been checking things out online. I have clients booked already. All the spots filled up really quickly. Thank you so much for that, everybody out there. And I'm really looking forward to it. Like, I just feel like I want to be in my country right now. I want to like connect to the best of Canadian values and how much they've shaped me, you know, those values of inclusivity. And I hope it shows in my work. Like, that's really important to me, that it shows in my work. Okay, any questions? I'm going to ask you questions before I actually do the official announcements. I'd love to interact with you guys. As long as you're patient with me as I have my tea, keep it calm. I'm like focusing on my breath. Thank you for all of you who shared those videos about voice and things like that. I'm going to focus on breath, and that really does help as well to keep the voice okay, put it that way. Hi, Nicole. I'd love to see Sedona one day. Yes, I think British Columbia will be Wonderland. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you so much for your well wishes. Yesterday, really, I was talking like this. It was very sexy, yes, but not really me, you know. I have a grand trine in air as well. I love it. I love it. I think it's kind of obvious that I have a grand trine in air. I have a Sun, Pluto, Mars grand trine in air in my chart. And I think it's really obvious. Like, I talk with my hands and when I am like in front of a camera or whatever and talking, or in an interview, whatever, I feel like I'm kind of riding an energy, if you will, right? I'm riding an energy. And I think that's what like air grand trines are about. And grand trines in particular, that they have that sort of riding and flowing with a certain energy. But with air, like it manifests that much more clearly on the level of communication and mind and ideas and thoughts. You know, and I was saying earlier, I was talking about school. I'm going to come back to this. Yes, Joanna knew I had some Gemini, meaning Mars in Gemini. Yeah. Oh, great. Stephanie has a grand trine in air too. That's awesome. A few grand trine in air, please. I'd love to come to Australia, Shaniqua. I'd love to. I'm going to plan to do that. Has been a dream of mine. When I was 11 years old, I was crazy fascinated with Australia and koalas and the Sydney Bridge. And I remember making this like project with pictures of Australia. So I have felt that it is a place that I am meant to visit in my life. I would love to be there. Sydney, lots of Sydney love out there. That's awesome. So yeah, I was saying, like, you know, it's amazing once I went to community college, like I remember as we were nearing kind of the middle, right around the middle after the midterms had happened, my professors just really started saying to me, you need to go to university. The deadline to apply is coming up. You need to go. You need to apply. You need to do this. And it had become like they were hitting me over the head with this, you have to apply. Just, okay. I was like, yeah, but I don't know. You know, I want to sing. I want to act. And, you know, I don't need to go to school for that. But they were like, you have to go to school. Okay, just apply. Okay, the deadline's coming. Just put in an application. And so I did, right? And I mean, to be fair, now that I think about it, I had like a 3.98 GPA in community college. So that's probably why. And all the philosophy classes, like I love to talk, right? So I'd love to be part of discussions and things like that. It was a lot of fun. So I remember I just put the applications in because I was like, okay, what else am I going to be doing? Whatever. And then I got accepted. Like I remember it was like, I wondered, like I'd forgotten about it. And then I was like, I wonder what happened. I didn't get any kind of letter or anything. So I called Ryerson in Toronto. I called them up and I said, you know, I wondered what happened with my application because I didn't get any kind of notice or something. And then someone called me back and left a message and said, you got in and you'll be getting your package soon and congratulations. I was like, okay, great. And it wasn't until like I got there and was actually like seeing and part of the whole university environment that I found out that it's actually really competitive. Like I had no idea. I was just like, okay, great, I got in. Well, what else am I going to do? Let's go to university. It was a program called Arts and Contemporary Studies. And it was really there that I think I got a lot of love. I got a lot of support. I started to develop a sense of myself and my brain, right? Like that I have a brain and I can think about things in interesting ways. And there are other people who think about things in interesting ways. And it was a lot. It was just, you know, and if I get a little bit more personal, what happened was at the end of my first year, I remember I had gone to New York and I had like my demo with me because I was a musician at the time. And I, you know, was shopping this demo and everything. And I was having like, you know, pencils breaking kind of experiences. And so I came back and I remember when I came back to Toronto and I had this understanding that I had this like realization that the universe, right? At the time I was saying like I wanted to be like Madonna. Well, actually I used to say I wanted to be a combination of Madonna and Martin Luther King. I don't know what I was thinking, what that was going to look like. But I remember I used to say that. But I remember coming back from New York and I had this realization. Pluto was conjunct my moon, and I was having my Saturn return at the time, both at the same time. And the moon rules my Saturn. So, you know, in quincunx, and they're talking to each other. So it's pretty intense. And, you know, I realized that the universe has a Madonna, does not need another Madonna, but maybe it could use a Nadiya Shah. And I realized that I had no idea who that was. And I was in like spiritual pain, dark night of the soul kind of pain for a year before I just couldn't take it anymore. And I figured out that I needed to get help. And that's when I reached out to the counseling center at university, and they referred me to a place where I could get therapy. And that really saved me a lot. But it was during that year that what also happened, I started my second year of university, and I didn't realize at the time, I appreciated it later, but it really was my schoolwork. And there was one professor in particular, Professor Simpson, and she was fabulous. I loved her. She was incredible. She was just amazing. I don't know how to describe her. She was Jamaican. And she was, you know, like dark skin, black, Jamaican, and had a thick accent and brilliant. And just in her truth and in her awareness, she had a lot of awareness. And she was teaching Introduction to Social Justice. So I started out my degree majoring in social justice. Halfway through, I switched to philosophy. And I remember at that time, I had, you know, she really like challenged me and encouraged me to like, you know, look at the world. And I didn't realize it at the time, but look at myself and really, yes, as Willie says, like became my own person. Like I really credit that year with being part of that, because she helped me realize that I have like something else. Like I have a grand trine in air, let's put it that way. She helped me realize I have a grand trine in air. And it ended up being really a saving grace. And I remember she demanded the best from me. And I had at the time written a paper, and I was really excited about this paper because I really cared. And I did this, and I gave it to her, and I went to pick it up afterwards. It was like the end of the term paper. And I came into the class, I came into her office, and she said, okay, I've given you an A. And I just started to get happy, like, oh my God, I have an A. And she said, I've given you an A. This is why I'm not giving you an A+. And then she listed all these things that could have been better with my paper. And, you know, I love her for that. I will always be grateful to her for that she expected the best. She expected me to bring my best. Like she felt that I was capable of better, and she asked for it. And I'll always love her for that. And I'll always love that she was in her truth, you know, like she was a smart woman. She had like doctorate degrees and everything. And she, you know, she was sharing her perceptions and sharing her truth. And I just loved her for it. She was a wonderful role model to me. A spiritual mentor without realizing that she was a spiritual mentor, which a lot of people end up being, right? Okay, so do we want to jump in here? Do we want to like talk about, is there anything else? Yeah, ask me some questions before I start talking about what I really was supposed to talk about being here for the live, to my announcements, which I'll talk about in a moment. Michelle asked if I consider myself an intuitive. Okay, so I do have a strong intuition, but I feel that it's really important for me to affirm that astrology is something that can be learned by anybody. It's a skill. And so I'm not, like, I try to stay away from words like that, because I don't want it to be like, oh, this is someone special, right? This is someone who's gifted. We're all gifted. We're all special. We all deserve to form and nurture and cultivate our own connection with divine energy, however you understand it. And to me, I understand divine energy as an energy, I call it love and wisdom. Some people call it love, some people call it God. When I'm with my spiritual mentor, Pat, when I see her, we're not going to say universe as much. We're probably going to say God, right? It happens. And that's okay. But I try to stay away from that because I care about being inclusive, and I think of it more as like inner authority. Trusting that part of yourself, that impulse that is kind. That's what I think of as love and wisdom, because that kindness towards yourself or others is really what's really what I think that energy that we call love or wisdom or divine or God. That's my understanding of that energy. So I try to stay away from titles like that because I really care about equality, and I care about it on every level, and I care that people know that they have just as much divine as anybody else. And I'm you know, as my trudging the road to happy destiny. We used to use that phrase. Some people know that phrase. We use that. So yeah, I'm on the journey just like all of you out there. Yes, Marianne said that inner authority is intuition. Yeah. I think there's also something to be said for like separate, like for example, like I shared at the beginning, my story that when I first went to school, to community college, I was really uncomfortable, right? And I thought that meant that I wasn't supposed to be there. That wasn't intuition. That was my fear of being more, of growing, of challenging myself in a healthy way. You know, that was my fear of letting go of what I thought I was supposed to be. I didn't realize that's what was happening at the time. It wasn't intuition. It was something else that was meant to be transcended. So I think it does take time, and it's again part of the human path to distinguish between where it is that it's just you transcending fear, where it is that it's intuition. I think that's practice goes a really long way, right? Practice makes everything better. And so I think that's part of it as well. Me with 3 planets in my 6th house. Practice is really the way to go. Full moon in Cancer, Susanna. Yes, it's happening right now. This is really exciting. I did talk about it in the overview video. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. So I don't know if I'm ready to talk about this, but I think it's time to jump in because it's been a little while coming. And this connects to that full moon in Cancer I did talk about in the overview video. Okay, this is an iPad. It's a Pro, yeah. That's why it looks a little bigger, but that's okay. I actually really like this. It's good for traveling. So let me see what's going on here. Are we all systems go? Okay, there we go. I got the all systems go. Okay. There's still things here to be worked out, but we are jumping in here because this has been a long time coming. This is super, super exciting for me. Thank you, Neha. You rock. You rock too. You keep rocking. In the free world. Yeah. I'm looking forward to being in Canada. It really does. It feels very free there in a lot of different ways, but I don't know. I miss home right now. Me and my Cancer rising, right? This full moon is happening close to my ascendant. So I think that's what's going on, why I'm missing home. And by home, I mean Canada. I have a Sag moon, and I think that's why I talk about love for my country so much. And, you know, I think, again, we'll get to this in a moment, but, you know, I think the story of the Americas in our modern world, because what's happening on the outside is reflecting, this is also the philosophical assertion of astrology. I'm going to prepare my little drink here. Is that the universe acts as a mirror. Jackie's like, just spit it out. Okay, I will. But okay, the universe acts as a mirror, right? So, you can learn from these like different parts of your life and parts of yourself and parts of what's happening with your body and whatever. And that's the philosophical foundation on which astrology is built. It's a mirror. The planets are not influencing us. Okay, Jennifer, you got it. Welcome to the all-new NadiyaShah.com. So this is on my iPad right now. Let's see if I can do something like this. So this is the all-new NadiyaShah.com. So if you go on NadiyaShah.com, you'll see a rolling. You'll see. And up here, this is really the key here. You'll see accounts, memberships. There we go. Yay! I actually spit it out. I actually said it. Yay! And it is called, get ready for this. I'm calling it the evolution of, let me turn the video on. The evolution of Astrofabulous is Astrofabulous Superstar. That's what it is. Yay! Astrofabulous Superstar. This is a long time coming. Thank you so much. Yes, I love it. It's beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank you, universe. Let me get some tea. This is it. And it looks like people are already signing up. Wow, okay. So this is Astrofabulous Superstar. And how it works is you create an account. You sign up here. I think because I've already logged in and signed up, it's like there. You can choose what membership you want. If you want, you can get access to all signs or just one sign. And what this is if you watch my monthly videos, I'm put this down. See, here it is, the membership area. If you watch my monthly videos, then you know what to expect. It's just like the monthly videos, except you get it every single week. Every week, each sign gets an expanded horoscope that delves into, that explores what's going on for this week in life and love. So I make sure to spend lots of time each sign. Now, I do want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, and that is when you see the latest videos for this week, they're up now. So somebody asked about the full moon. You can get a video for the full moon looking at your stuff. So what happens is you can get a video that talks about the full moon. I talked about it for every sign and each and every week. I know, right? Marianne's like, you're going to be busy. That's okay. This is purpose, right? This is exciting to me. Thank you for encouraging me to spit it out. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm so happy about it. Because really, this has been something that I've been working and wanting for a long time. Actually, there is, I've been doing this for just over 10 years, full-time astrology. And it was back in, what year was it? I think it was 2010. I had to, well, no, actually, even before then. In the very first year of my business, I launched something called Nadiya Shah's Audio Starcast. That's what it was called. And it was audio looking ahead, looking at the week ahead for each sign. And I was doing that, and I was going to graduate school at the same time, so it wasn't really working out, so I let it go. And that's why I thought it would be cool to launch this during a Mercury retrograde, because I already did this. I felt like, okay, these are subscription memberships. I've already done this, so it's just like doing it over again. But then the universe had other plans, right? And I really wanted to launch also while Mercury was in Sagittarius, like right now. And the reason is because I feel like with my voice and what happened, it's really about the spiritual mirror. The lesson for me is about expressing and speaking my truth, whatever that is, right? And I'm uncovering it as we go along. And it really is an understanding of our unity and this understanding of kindness as a spiritual practice and seeing ourselves and others. Like, these are the truths that are coming to the surface for me right now. And so I really wanted this to be a vehicle to like magnify my message of the universe is wise and loving. And I thought having Mercury in Sagittarius especially in the late degrees of Sagittarius, would really help to do that. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mom. My mom is here, Nadiya Shah. She is my #1 fan. She's just so awesome. So this is how it works. Until the end of, you can choose what kind of subscription you want, okay? So it is a subscription. There's monthly, normally the normal rate is if you want access to one sign, so you'll get the weekly videos, plus you'll get other exclusive content, you'll get other first look videos as well. So I'm really looking forward to building this into an amazing community online. When you see the videos, you can comment, and so we can have a conversation underneath the horoscopes, just like in YouTube, but you're going to be commenting within the members area. So regular prices are $11.95 a month for access to one sign, or $19.95 a month for access to all signs. And regardless of what you choose, you will get whatever exclusive and first look content that I put up there as well. Until the end of the month, I have a one-time only special for the first people. And the reason that I'm doing this is because, as you've seen, we've had some interesting things happening with the website and stuff like that. And so if you're willing to be patient and give feedback and work out, if hopefully no, knock on wood, if you're willing to be patient, if there any kinks come up and you bring loving energy and everything, then you will get a one-time, not one time, but this will be your rate, $120 a year. And that's it. After January 31st, that special offer will be grandfathered. As long as you stay, you can have that rate. You will keep that rate, and that would be amazing. But once we move after January 31st, it's just going to be the monthly rate, which is either $11.95 or $19.95. And what I'm really hoping, like my intuition and my hope, I would say my aspiration with this really is that I want to be part of, and my own journey, and for others out there as well, it is about creating a space where we are consciously understanding the magnification and the growth of love and wisdom in the world. And my hope with this is I really feel that I hope that this will allow me to do that, to live this truth, and to share that affirmation that much more fully, and to be that much more part of your everyday experiences. So yes, if you are patient and you're giving feedback at the very beginning, right, in these first days, then you get to have that super low rate. And I would welcome you, and I would be so grateful for you. Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you so much for the amazing feedback, everybody. Okay, so that's first. There's actually more. I had thought of something I wanted to share, but I don't remember. But okay. The overview horoscope video is still going to be offered on YouTube. I'm really excited about continuing my work on YouTube. I feel like YouTube has been a great blessing in my life. It's been an amazing tool. I had no idea, I remember when I started on YouTube over 8 years ago, there were very few astrologers on YouTube at the time. I think there was, there were just very few. And I remember even before then, like in 2006, Christopher Witecki, he was the person I remember watching. I think he was really probably the first, or the one who really showed people that you could use YouTube as a platform for astrology, and I'll always be grateful to him for that. And so I remember I used to watch him, and I used to think that this was really, really cool. And then I launched my own channel, and at the time there were very few of us there. There was, I may say his name wrong, and I'm so sorry. There was Terrence Guardini, I think it is. Guardino. He's been on there for a long time too. He's been doing his thing. Good for him. There was Barbara Goldsmith, right? She's beautiful. I love her. I'm connected to her on Facebook, and I just think that she's a beautiful person inside and out. And I love, I love seeing all these YouTube astrologers. I love people just being in their truth and sharing their beauty. Like, I have something here that says, be your own kind of beautiful. That's it. If you are being your own kind of beautiful and you are putting it out there, that's what I love. That is love and wisdom. That's what I want to see more of in the world. So yeah, I remember like being there, and I remember back then, like, astrologers used to contact me and say like, wow, what is this? Should I do it? What are your thoughts? What's your advice? Like, I used to get a lot of emails like that. I still do once in a while, but not like it used to be in the beginning of my channel. But it's been such a blessing. It's opened up all kinds of amazing things into my life. I feel like every good thing that's happened has been because of this amazing platform we have called YouTube. With my work anyways, it's really allowed me to reach a whole lot of people. So I'm looking forward to continuing the overview there and keeping that connection going with you guys. I know that I haven't put up January videos, 2017 videos. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with that yet. I will put something up at least for this coming year, for 2017. I do definitely want to share something to give you guys an overview, or even a bit of an overview. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're just going to have a lot of fun. Lots of videos, and it's just going to be focused on magnifying that good space, but also keeping that connection with YouTube that much. I have to say, like, with getting sick, as I said, I got sick like during my absolute busy season, and I know that a lot of people are waiting for their personalized horoscopes, and I thank you so very much. Because I have such a backlog, I have a lot of people waiting right now. I'm not taking any new orders for personalized horoscopes. So those are being paused right now. And instead, I'm going to focus on the people who have already purchased personalized horoscopes. And I appreciate your patience so much. And making sure to get those done and to look at those charts. Okay. That's number one, but there's actually two big announcements, okay? I wonder if it's up here. Sorry, I told you I might have to take a hacking break, right? Let's hope not. Let's breathe here together. Thank you for all the love, you guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's see if it's up here. Because my web guy is still working on it. Okay, it is, he's working on it right now. Okay. So let me pull up. I'd love to, for you guys to be able to join, connect right away immediately, but that's okay. So let me download this document. Thank you, Katie. You're doing amazing stuff. Thank you for allowing me to cough. So yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing on YouTube, of course, and I'm looking forward to creating an amazing community with you guys as well. That really is part of my goal and my vision and my hope for what it is that that I'm doing. And that has been a big part of the question, like, as I couldn't speak for like almost 3 weeks. What is that going to look like going forward in this this particular year? Okay, so this is what we have going. And I'm showing you the copy that I sent, and this should be, he's working on it right now. He's saying that it should be updated very soon. I'm communicating with my web guy, and my computer is acting kind of slow. I think it's because I'm live right now, right? Let me see. Update on. Nothing's happening. Okay. Are we ready for my second announcement? Hello, Azuka. Hi, Lisa is asking about Lilydale. I would love to come to Lilydale. I loved Lilydale. I love Patricia, Dr. Patricia Bell. It would be such a privilege to return. So whenever you guys want me, I am there. I will be in Baltimore. And my talk is on February 17, I believe. And it's in the afternoon, and it's as part of the NCGR conference, and it is called Astrology Realized, What Makes a Reading Good? And it's like in my sweet spot, which is philosophy. It's very philosophical. It's looking at in history what astrologers considered was good. Ariri, I love it, is asking about California. I was just in California back in October, and that was a lot of fun. Chicago, Lisa, I'm going to be in Chicago in May 2018 as part of UAC, which is like the Olympics of astrology. It's like the biggest astrology event on the planet, and I am speaking at that event, and that's going to be in 2018. Okay, that's okay. I'll be back in California. I've already been invited to come back and speak, and I got a lot of love while I was out there, for sure. Lots of friends and fans out there. Okay, so let's jump in here. Are you ready? Yes, let's do it. I do want to do Seattle, of course. Sheena, bring me to Trinidad. Invite me. I would love to come. I'd love to come to Arizona. Yeah, Jess, I just said I'll be in Chicago May 2018. I'm already booked for a huge conference that's going to happen out there. Thank you. I love you guys too. I was in Boston. It was a year ago. I was in Boston. That was really great. Was it a year ago or two? I don't remember. I'd love to come to Singapore, but let's jump in here. Are we ready for the second announcement? So the first announcement was, I'm sorry. Let's do this. The first announcement I called the evolution of Astrofabulous. This is the evolution of Synchronicity University. I'd love to come to Miami. Bring me to Miami. I love Miami. I really loved Miami when I was there, I swear. The evolution of Synchronicity University. There it is. You see? The evolution of Synchronicity University. And what it is, it's a huge online learning event that is going to take place for the equinox. It's a huge equinox event. So it's going to be 3 days of classes, 4 classes a day. So 12 classes in total. And they are going to be chosen entirely by you guys. So when you sign up, when you register, you will be directed to a form. And on that form, you're going to tell me what you want to learn. You can tell me as little, you can tell me as much. And I will create a lesson plan that incorporates exactly what it is that you want to learn. And it doesn't matter if I've already taught it, if you want it to be more advanced or whatever you want. Either I will create like one class on that topic, or I will incorporate it into the classes. But this is going to be a 3-day weekend event, live streamed. These classes are going to be 90 minutes long, and then we'll take a break for a little while and another 90 minutes. Well, you know me, I tend to go over, I tend to talk a lot. Great, you're there. Okay. I'm like shutting off my computer altogether because I'm like, I don't want any kind of internet stuff. Okay, so we are going to have it's going to be 12 classes in total, chosen entirely by you guys. Then there's also going to be a special equinox event that's going to happen on March 21st. It's a surprise, okay? So I'm not telling you guys what it's going to be. But if you sign up, whether you sign up for one class or all the classes, you will have access to this equinox event that I will have on March 21st as well, and the download for it as well. So you guys choose what you want to learn. You live stream it. Live stream from anywhere. Now, there is an early discount rate. So normally, you know, if you've been part of Synchronicity University, the normal price is $35 a class. So what I'm doing is there's an early bird special rate before March 1st. So there's a little bit of time there, but I'd love if you joined early, if I, you know, to get your suggestions in so I can start creating the plan. So if you register, you get, basically you get 4 classes free out of 12. So it's $295 for all 12 classes plus the special event. Or if you wait until March 1st, that is when the schedule will come out. Like, what are the lessons going to be? What are you going to learn? And at that time, you can choose to get full access to all of the events, which is going to be $350, which is like getting 2 classes free. Or you can just pick and choose 1 or 2, $35 a class, and you'll still have access to the Equinox event as well. And I'm really excited about this. So excited about this. We are going to be like non-stop learning. And I think that we're really going to get into an energy. Like, I'm planning right now, I'm envisioning. Well, I'm envisioning that I'm going to be a little bit on a high as I'm teaching all these classes, but I think we're going to have a lot of fun. So they'll be back to back. There'll be a little break between each, right? But they'll be back to back, and 3 days, 3 solid days. If you can join us, great. Fully interactive. If you've been part of Synchronicity University before, you know it'll be fully interactive, fully engaging. Ask questions as we go along, and I'll have the presentations ready for you as well. The evolution of Synchronicity University, yay! So my web guy is working on that right now. He's like, I'm working on it right now. So please be on the lookout for that link. And actually, if you're on my newsletter, I'll be sending that out a little bit later. And that will have the link for registering for Synchronicity University at that low price as well. Judy asked if I had bronchitis. Yes. Yes, Judy, I do. I've had it for about 3 weeks now, which is, I think it shows in the videos. Let me take a breathing moment here. Oh, Sheena says the evolution of Nadiya Shah. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. It's a big day for me. You know, it's pretty special for me. And Joseph says he's working on it, but it should be up by now, because I'm hoping that you guys can, you know, get your registration on for Synchronicity University. Yes. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what's happening here. He's funny. He says he's working on it now, and that's what matters. So he's creating. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's take a break. Thank you, Sheena. Thank you, Jess. Okay, so now I'm going to open it up to questions. If you guys have any questions, yeah, so those are the 2 big things that are happening. A big Synchronicity University online event for the weekend of March 17 for the equinox. And also Astrofabulous Superstar. So I hope that you will be one of my very first superstars. Sheena, you're so funny. Don't invite me to cough. I really don't want to. Oh, this tea is loaded with like everything that is supposed to make a cough better. I have these. I have 1 left of these little medicated things. Maybe I should take one of those. But I do want to be sure to answer any questions you have before I go. And I also want to express my gratitude, you know. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with me for this long. Some of you have been watching me for 8 years. And some of you may be more new, but I'm just really grateful. And it's a very exciting time. So Sharia asked about the personalized horoscopes. They are being paused for now because I have a lot of people waiting for their personalized horoscopes. If you are one of those people, thank you so much. Thank you for the extra time. I can't thank you enough. I will be fulfilling those in the coming weeks because there are a lot of people waiting. But other than that, personalized horoscopes now are paused and, you know, may or may not continue in the future, but I'm not anticipating them being again in the future because I feel that, you know, my mission is to put love and wisdom in the world. And I feel and have felt for a while that having a superstar service, creating a community of Astrofabulous Superstars is going to be a better way to magnify that energy. The video's there, you can comment, we interact with each other. So it really is a community. And I hope that you will join that community. And also, personalized horoscopes, they're not accessible to everybody, but you know, it tends to be that I priced it as, I created different tiers to price it lower so that it could be accessible to as many people as possible. So you can get, you know, be an Astrofabulous Superstar for as low as $11.95 a month. And I hope that you will join. Lisa is here. Hello, Lisa. I hope everything is great with you. Yes, Azuka said that she loves the interaction factor. I'm really looking forward to being on there with you guys. I'll be on there a little bit later tonight as well. As we've been talking, I've been seeing people registering. The alerts have been coming in, letting me know. And I'm so grateful for that. And yeah, like I said, the special price is only till the end of the month, and that will be yours. That will be grandfathered once the month is over. And after that, it's only going to be a monthly subscription for those who are so inspired. That's the plan right now, but Mercury is at 29 degrees of Sag, so things could change. But I do hope that we create an amazing, like, I really wanted to launch the site when Mercury was in Sag because I wanted that exploration of love and wisdom, and to find truth in that, to be very much a part of what it is that I share. And that Mercury right now is very close to my moon as well, which is at 26 Sag. So I felt like it would be something that would, you know, bring forward my voice, but also my, you know, to articulate the things that have been in my heart for a while. And I think that having this come up, this spiritual lesson, part of it has been to connect with that truth, to connect with my beliefs that much more, my belief in love and wisdom in a wise and loving universe, and to find more expansive ways to share that, to have people feel that that is affirmed for them regularly and in more profound ways. And so my hope is that the Astrofabulous Superstar community is that for all of us. Thank you so much. Gracias a usted. Gracias a ti. I told you, I got some Spanish going, a little Spanish going. Okay, so I am going to start to wrap up. Do you guys have any questions, anything else? I hope you'll check out Synchronicity University as well. Those webinars have been so popular. People love them. I'm really grateful for that. The first series that I did, there was a point when there were like 200 people in the class, in one of the classes I did. And so, yeah, I'm really excited about that. So Sheena's going. Bye, Sheena. So I will go too, because Sheena's bringing me to Trinidad. I'm going to visit her in Trinidad, and I'm looking forward to that. Oh, thank you. She put hashtag Astrofabulous Superstars. That's amazing. So as you see, my voice isn't 100%. When you go on there and you watch the videos, you'll see that as well. Some of those videos, my voice is very sexy in some of those videos, I'll tell you. I'm very low and sexy. But I'm getting better, and that is amazing. I love that. Okay, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Enjoy the evolution. I look forward to meeting you online again. I really love interacting with you guys online. Let's create an amazing community of superstars together. Thank you for putting up with my hacking. It's all good, and I'm getting better and better. And I love you guys for your positive energy, your positive vibes, and really for being part of my journey, for bringing me here, like where I am today in my work, and for being part of, you know, the work going to the next level. So good night, Susan. I love you. Susan's a beautiful soul. Well, we all are, aren't we? Good night, Lisa. Okay, good night, everybody. Big hugs. Big hugs. Liza, thank you. You are beautiful as well. Thank you, Claudia. Serene. Serene started it, and Serene is closing it out. Okay, bye, you guys. My superstars, my new superstars, and my friends and fans. Truly grateful. I'm so happy right now. Thank God it all came together. I just had to spit it out. Once I did, then the happiness came in, you know? Okay, good night, everybody. Thank you. See you again.